good morning to all of you. I'm glad that we have so many people here that are so excited and want to be a part of making a difference with you. It makes my heart very warm. So as Julie and Karen and Paul have already introduced, the survey is one of the first steps. Certainly, I think the first step is deciding that you want to do it, but the survey is one of the first steps in creating a baseline so that we can understand what kind of carbon emissions the household produces and what actions that you can take either by physical infrastructure changes to your home or by decisions to change your behavior that can make a difference. So I'm sure everyone's familiar with the carbon footprint. I thought this was a really nice graphic that shows things like food, travel, electricity, your choice in fossil fuels, how many trees you plant and how you use water really affect how your household produces emissions, and that once we start to look at how that happens, we can then start to look at how to make changes to how that happens. So in terms of starting the survey, there's a little prep work that you're going to need to do. You will need to look at some utility bills. If you have them, that's fantastic. If you don't, you can call your service provider and we give you that information for calling them. You'll need to look at your grocery receipts. We suggest this if you have a good handle on how your household buys groceries, and certainly you don't need to look at the receipts, but you need to know a little bit about your driving habits when you're looking at it. Just have a quick think about that before. Maybe think about how many kilometers you travel in a year, that kind of thing. We suggest that you look at oil change receipts, that gives you some indication and is helpful for you to understand. And then looking at the canopy size of the trees on your property. So just hints that you can start. This is all on the survey, so you don't have to remember this all now by any stretch. There will be no quiz. And in terms of privacy and data protection, we just want you to understand that your data will be secure with us. The team is small and ethical and reputable. You certainly don't have to worry about that. But we're taking strategies to make sure that your personal information is never actually kept in the same place as your consumption. So you'll never need to worry that someone will come up to you and be like, I heard that you did this. And then you need to feel embarrassed. So this is a screenshot of what the survey looks like. There's some things, oh, you guys can see on the screen here, it's much different. This is the electricity page. And so in terms of things that you'll have to fill out, there'll be cells where you actually need to enter numbers. There'll be options with selections for drop-down. And then you can navigate through the survey with the buttons down on the bottom. And actually, I didn't put an arrow, but up at the top, it tells you the number of pages that you're going through. And so you have some sense of where you are in the survey. There's also help, and this looks a little different now because we added more help, in terms of the bills that you're going to be looking at. So we'll give you pictures of common bills so that you know exactly what information it is that you need, and you're able to easily do it. You're not looking through guessing as to whether this is the information that we're looking for. And certainly if you ever need help, there'll be connections with email addresses or phone numbers to connect with people who can help you. So the whole point of creating a baseline is to establish and understand what it is that you're doing now so that then you can create strategies to reduce. And the idea here is that the information that you give us will allow us to give you really sophisticated and specific and personalized strategies for your area and your homes and your type. And this is the idea. So that you can take your carbon footprint and then next year we'll be doing the same survey again, of course, because you can't tell if you've changed unless you do the same thing over again, right? And so for next year in 2012, we'll be doing the same for 2011 and beyond. So thank you very much.